but and then maybe that split the stream for me. So let's see what Vampire Therapist is like. We need to make sure that the game capture is capturing the specific window, not Dragonfall, but Vampire Therapist. Yes, yes, I am. Thank you. Hello. Updated. Where do I put my face? There you go. We'll figure it out. Yep. Lexi. Vampire Therapist explores or touches on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, addiction, sexual oppression, suicidal ideation, religion, and of course, death. These may be uncomfortable or upsetting for some readers. We recommend that readers with a history of trauma related to any of these topics approach this game with caution. Naturally, a game about vampires will also involve blood and sexual themes. Strong language is also present. Vampire Therapist was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but should not be considered a substitute for therapy, unless you're a vampire.
My name is Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man. Well, kinda dead at least. See, I'm a vampire. Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals, that's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's... I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught...
Okay. That was a bit faster than intended. Message speed a bit lower, auto delay further up, maybe? Yeah, skip to reveal text. I don't know why it's on an angle. That's new.
My name is Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man. Well, kinda dead at least. See, I'm a vampire.
You
Now,
vampire?
you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport? I wouldn't blame you one bit. That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror. I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace. After they passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years, figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. And I found revelation. What I realized was, it ain't fangs that make us monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we think. Anywho, as the world started getting smaller, my old vampire gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did, but they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw. But I got hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way. Fella named Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old. He invited me to come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers.
That's one old fucking
I'm
vampire.
going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been looking, and now it's time to give back. Vampires ain't monsters. Or at least, they don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
Vampire Therapist. A therapist to vampires who is a vampire. Therapist to regular humans? Less. Still good. Leipzig,
I
2024.
think this is the address. Number 27, Clean Flitter Mouse Streeb. Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here.
I wonder if I can use my controller. That might be more comfortable. No.
Wait a minute. These folk are vamp. Good
Oh,
Abend,
yes.
folks. Sprechen Sie English?
Ja, hello, Alta. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
Well, what's so special about this club?
Immernacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
If anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever.
It's good advice, like good policy for a club, I'd say.
You are free to do and be whatever you like, as long as you are harming no one.
What about consensually harming? Actually, honestly, I find that's the most common difference between hurt and harm.
Und I hear that they are now attracting sexy old cowboys.
Shh, Maxie. He is old enough to be your grandfather.
And
Oh, come on now. You're just flattering me. I'm only a couple 100 years old.
do you know that?
Oh mein Gott, he is so cute, Reinhard. Can I keep him?
Okay, I guess there's no masquerade. Let's ask about the dress
I don't
code.
think what I'm wearing will fit the dress code.
The cowboy look is totally sexy, but you will get a bit sweaty.
Says the man dressed in a leather coat.
I hope we will all get a bit sweaty.
All right, good job, Maxie.
Good thing we run a little on the cold side, huh?
Don't worry, my Liebling. We make each other warm.
That'll do.
Reinhard, stop. Don't scare the American. I want to do that.
Maxie Liebchen, you're so naughty tonight.
I mean, they must, right?
No, you are the naughty one.
Oh, I definitely ain't an American no more. I'm looking for Andrew Makos.
You mean the club owner? Yeah, that is why we are here.
We're going to eat him.
If you're lucky, he will invite us to the private party at the end of the night.
Well, what happens there?
Make out.
I think maybe it is too kinky for Americans to hear.
Aw. Well, look, I'm here to party.
I can cut loose. What kind of party is this?
Maybe I go. Where do I put me? All right, there. And I'll just cut off my shoulder a little bit. Whoop. Cut off the side of my face a little bit. Whoop. There.
The kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
I love it.
Oh, you're them kind of vampires.
Sexy vampires. Yeah, obviously.
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Places with lots of nerve endings.
Uh,
Oh, Sam, you American prude.
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not, I'm thinking our night is ruined.
He's glowing red.
oh, wait a sec. There's something about what you just said. I can feel it. It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires think. Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of. There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
What the fuck?
And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine.
Alright, that's charming as fuck. Alright. She's probably busy, but we should. I'd love to summon Violets to be like, what are the actual terms for this?
I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there. I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
I do have to mouse over it, so I can't seem to use a controller. Okay, controller support is not amazing. Let's pop it down. It's not with a name or a title. It's not all on Is it black and white thinking? Yeah. High noon mind. Yeah.
Wait a second. She's acting like this is all or nothing. Do or die. What I call that again?
High noon mind.
Maybe I ought to check my journal.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Private property. Do not read. Reward if found. Found this old notebook and figured I'd take it with me to Europe. Figure it will help me organize my thoughts. I'll separate it into sections so that I can jump to them right quick. That way when I need to get a particular section of my notes, all I need to do is hop over to that section. Easy as falling off a horse. And falling off a horse is real easy. Cognitive distortions. High noon mind. Things can see black or white. When I lose, famine, feast, live or die. Just like everything's a big showdown.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing. It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
Real easy.
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means, but I like the way the sexy American talks.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
Are you sexy enough vampires to be invited in?
Maybe I'll have a little word with him. Excuse me, friend. I hear you're the man to talk to around these parts.
Fuck yeah, look at that guy. That's awesome. Hello.
I'm here to see Andromachos.
Growls thoughtfully. Very good.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Cowboy, what about us?
Bring him joy.
Yeah, sure. They're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all night. Yeah.
Come on, you two. Well done.
Dang, awful loud in here.
Come on, my liver, dance with us!
Oh, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Tarnation, I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this. I'd better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos is.
He's upstairs. We know that.
But pardon me, ma'am.
Well, look at you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s.
That's... Oh, come on.
What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
I never drink Red Bull.
Come on. Amazing. Amazing reference, though.
I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
Might be. What do you say your name was?
Sam. Crimson looks at you.
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
That's hot Brendan, ma'am. You're calling yourself a bartender and nothing else? There's much more to you.
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence, not just a drink machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all you are.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are. Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're looking for booze.
Thank you.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
Fuck.
You met some goths, honey. They're here to dance and have fun.
You met some goths, honey.
So all these people are mortals?
Yeah.
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience.
Your voice is next. Cool, yeah.
He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
Who's Bert? Oh, the bouncer.
Bert?
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here. This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
cute game so far. Holy shit. Yeah, Willow, you're totally right. This is
Howdy.
familiar.
It's Sam Walls to see you, sir.
I think this
The
background
guy's
is
been
on the
sending
Steam
you all them
page.
V-mails.
V-mails.
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin.
I think it's Samuel Wells.
The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
Yeah, it's not really... Okay.
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson.
Dang.
We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless.
Andromachos. Greek name. Pretty appropriate.
Please, sit down.
Sit down.
What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
Someone's one game got incredibly off the rails and they're just rolling with it.
You know, I receive V-mails every day
V-mails.
from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
Intriguing.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be
Hello,
rather
Violet.
set in their ways.
We called for
It is
your
inspiring
assistance.
to see someone so young and eager to learn.
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your unlife better than most.
Fuck.
I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Oh, yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better.
Yeah. It's pretty, like, it's pretty appropriate.
After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
It's like, in a way, we vampires think. Man, these are cognitive distortions that affect, like, humans. Or, so far as we know, anything with a sentient mind, so...
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try, though. See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something. And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Do you want a vampire-themed visual novel that's entirely about mental health? What do you mean, no?
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
Look here, you idiot. We already know what you're talking about.
Cognitive whoozy what now?
Buddy. Okay, he didn't put it here, but here in the journal he does. That's interesting. Okay.
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment.
Oh,
Tell me about
violence.
these specific revelations you had.
Yeah. Or on my side, do you believe the world is out to get you with no evidence? I think it should be up here. Yeah, that's better. All right, let's explain High Noon Mind.
Well, I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do or die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder. But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marcus Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
Also, avoiding problems? That's not what we have yet. That'd be interesting.
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
There you go.
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marky was a bedroom name.
Yes.
You mean you and the emperor were...
Plowing.
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
That's gonna make some shitty history bros real fucking mad.
My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this high noon mine. I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Do you? They're really doing it. Nosferatu thinking. Okay.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
Oh my god, because the film's black and white. Oh my god. Well done.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
Well done.
It encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid.
Oh, you're
success
right,
or
Willow.
failure. The truth is far
Fuck,
more
it's been a while.
complex
Maybe
than
I could
color.
do a good place rewatch. Instead of watching 8 hours screamed fear and hunger.
Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
Well, yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements.
Lexi, it's
One
where you
of them
think it
will
is.
contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them if you miss it.
Hey, okay, so I hope this is happening to your client because I know it's intentional. Sam's voice is primarily in my left headphone. The good place. It's available where you think it is. Chunk. And Andromachos, his voice is primarily my right earphone. Like, that's cool. That could be really irritating. Let me know if you need me to set it to him.
If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
Because I bet I could. No, okay. I assumed I could make it mono. I could force it in another way if you need.
Death eventually comes for us all. Mortals will always fear our kind. Did you miss my Nosferatu thinking? Let me start over. If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
Nope.
Death eventually comes for us all. Mortals will always fear our kind.
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
Yeah, there you go.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not.
That's a good one. Okay. So I scrolled through twice because I was wondering if he was gonna like list them all and then you choose or yeah.
Always is.
I
such a
see,
powerful
Lexi.
word, is it not? Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Yeah. I'm gonna teach you saloon thinking.
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
Oh man, it make me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
Probably not.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush. What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control.
That's good.
Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy.
Whoops, you said always. Rephrase, please. Yeah, like, that's good.
Rarely do we have complete power over our situations
Or no power at all.
But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang, and maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
How fucking cool is
Yes,
this?
you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
Control fallacy.
You're testing me, ain't you? That's a control fallacy right there.
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful, but the cosmos holds no awareness of Andromachos.
Andromachos. That's very good.
Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative. Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one.
Alright. First try? What do you think? Activate game mode?
The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
Well, that sounds like one of them control fallacies. With all eternity, heck, I think you could do something to save the sun.
I applaud your optimism and ambition, Samuel, but some things we must be prepared to accept. And
Gamer mode
that is
failed
one of
me.
them.
That game is bad at psychological health. Who could have predicted this?
My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you could always pick up a new one.
Sam.
There's lots of them
Sam.
waiting for
Sam,
a
no.
home, so
Sam.
you don't
Sam.
need to be lonely.
Sam, no.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified. I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent. But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Wait for it.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more
Appropriate,
revelations
Willow.
to tell me about?
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard.
A murdered bastard.
Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard, but that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling.
Honestly, branding's a lot more fun there.
You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate, we create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill.
This is so good, right? Incredible. I'm gonna fit this and the counseling degree, babe. I could counsel vampires forever.
For millennia, I thought of myself as a
Forever.
killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I was an unstoppable warrior and assassin. But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements. I am so old, I am ancient. Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner. How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer. It seems you have missed my labeling. Let us begin once more. I am so old.
Oh, come on. I know you've been kicking around a long time, but don't go labeling yourself as ancient.
Yeah, just wait for him to pull out some sort of ridiculous, well, like, he's an old European vampire, so it's going to be, it's going to be anti-Semitism.
But according to definition, I am ancient. It is not a
Ah.
label, but a specific classification of my age.
Ah, fuck you.
You look pretty good for being ancient then.
The secret is moisturizer. But let us continue. Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner.
That's not.
How shall I describe myself?
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
I guess that's it. Yeah, alright, true.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Dang it, I'm gonna get a lot of puzzle pluses here, aren't I, Will?
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
Those are not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before me. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
Think there's space in the UI for more of them? I hope so.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
This is why we like previous research too. Oh, come on, man. Hiccups. I really like building on previous research, so I don't have to take 2 centuries to figure out basic shit. Basic shit. It wasn't basic when they were working it out.
Oh, come on. You're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through unlife.
Labeling.
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
Gamer mode.
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves.
That's good advice. You're trying to be perfect, but understand and accept yourselves to achieve the things you want to achieve.
As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges.
Yeah, like getting a sword.
One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
Oh, look at that grin.
I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the
you
concept
like
in
it,
your
don't
mind,
you?
then I am well satisfied.
Very good indeed.
I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. I will begin.
It's pretty good, Willow. Jeez. All right. Oh, that's good.
If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Not labeling. Control fallacy. Say that you have no control over it. You could say, hey, maybe don't turn into bats right in my hallway. Could you do it outside?
Well, there's a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests, or some newspaper.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty useful. Nice.
I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
Labeling.
Well, that's definitely some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia. It was most stifling. Let me try another then. If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
Control fallacy. It's not labeling. Nosferatu thinking? Is it black and white? Is it black and white? If then does make me feel like it's Nosferatu. Yeah, if then, okay. Because you're only saying, yeah.
That there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
I just got an achievement for 5 cognitive distortions correctly guessed in a row, so I think that was correct.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an object to me anyway. Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but
Dark
also
pupil.
impressed.
Learned
I
about
would very much
cognitive
like to teach
distortions.
you my ways, but I must demand something of you first.
Your blood.
Anything. I'm here to learn.
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
It's pretty good.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
Sam.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
I have. I didn't even notice.
Uh-oh.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them. You have walked alone for 2
So how
hours.
long will it be until someone
Allow me to share my
cites
experience
vampire
with you.
therapist in an essay? 'Cause I got a HD on the last assignment I put in. I have marks to burn. I could cite a video game for the lols. I should put up some sort of like sub goal, you know? Donate 5 subscriptions. Like, share, and send. Bring friends in, and I'll cite vampire therapists in my essay, and then tell you how it goes. Poorly, but hey, like,
Well, all right, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this old cowpoke.
this old cowpoke.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance, drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Nice.
Okay, then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
All right, then, Andromachos.
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 Just call me Andy.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
Well, that's one handy Andy. Shout out to Corey, who picked this up as soon as he saw it was available. I think the only slow point is that it loads for a bit of time on these curtains. We should make this here cowpoke wear a suit.
Dang. Look at all them mortals. Sweating, blood pumping. I am thirsty. There ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on the dance floor.
It's been about a week since I boarded a Monster of the Seas cruise ship. I gotta say, I feel fine and frog hair. People here are eating and screwing like there's no tomorrow. Can't count the fact that we're in the middle of the ocean. I drank for more necks in the past week. I can count. And since the ship's open all night, I rode a water slide for the first time in my unlife. People are laughing at me for saying, yeah, but what else do you say to an experience like that? I ended in Rotterdam the other day, in Amsterdam, and now arranging transportation for my coffin. Did some vampire sightseeing. Apparently this place has been accepting of heathens like us for a long time. I went to a vampire coffee shop. They funnel in the stoners are upstairs to a secret club, and everyone has themselves a grand old time. Give me the munchies, something fierce. I could go for some blood chips, extra sodium if you please. Riding from Berlin today. I had to Leipzig tomorrow night, but I figured I should check things out here. They got a club here where all people are up to souls tonight, doing all sorts of kinky stuff. I'm pushing a quarter of a millennium in years. These folk could give me some lessons. And did. Met some fine folk too. Apparently they've got a nice art scene here. There's even a local funding for a video game development. Hey, there's some kind of world. I can't believe people are still playing Star Invaders and whatnot. I like it here. I don't even have to speak German. There ain't nothing more to read. Yeah, it is, right? It is a good track. I'm enjoying it more than I expected.
Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
Violets. This is the Blade Blood Club. We've found another one.
If it isn't Clint Eastwood again. How'd it go, cowboy?
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I'd better get used to things around here.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
Nice. Good job.
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
Frequently.
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar. Found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Dang. Must have been a sight.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain.
I think you're both lucky he didn't just eat you.
We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula. But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Reinhard, look. It's the sexy old guy again.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you will definitely get lucky.
You should definitely do that.
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what I'm after tonight.
I will kill you.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by uns.
Well, let's be honest then. We'll tell them that they're not your type.
I ain't buying you a drink. You ain't exactly my type.
Oh, we don't want to marry you. We just want to have fun with you.
Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Friend Heart, Vampire. It took me too long to pick him. Why do I immediately want to climb into bed with this person? What's going on? Oh, of course, right.
You kids are too much. I ain't buying you a drink. I think I'd be insulting your economic status.
I'd love to. It's not an option. I'd love to, Willow. Jeez.
Mein Lieber, don't
I was
worry
on
about
board.
us. We just like to feel special. We have lucrative jobs in IT.
Fucking called out my entire... Whoops.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you can help me. See, my printer died again. Getting real tired of these things.
Yeah. I need to duck off. I'll be back in a moment. One sec. At least you get to hear the music. That's it. Emma Stitches is going to bed early, and Baby K has woken up. No, he hasn't. He's back to sleep. I'd prove it by showing you the monitor, but, like, I don't want his face on the internet. That's the whole fucking point. Alright, back to it.
Please, we are here to party.
Come on, fix the printer.
But get a laser printer.
He's not wrong. The only reason I don't like my brother laser printer, which is very expensive and very good, because it can't print double-sided. It can, but it jams every time. Anyway.
Well, thanks for the tip. That ink seems to be more valuable than
Tell him you don't have the money then.
I ain't buying you a drink. All I got are good old-fashioned dollars.
I like American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have all the sexy old men.
She's got a type, man.
All right, I'll bite. Which of them old men are sexy?
All of them.
I like Hamilton. His posture is just so powerful.
There is a dollar coin that has Eisenhower's face on it.
Oh, you are right. Eisenhower is, how do you Americans say, a snack?
I get it. You like older men.
Fuck, man. This is all we got?
I ain't buying you a drink. This stuff's terrible for you.
Are you making a joke? We are at a bar.
It's okay. He's just trying to be protective. Aren't you, Opa?
Oh, Maxie.
You know, I think the drinks here ain't strong enough for you two. Well, these kids just ain't gonna leave me alone.
Buy them a drink.
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder. They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Dang, really? Ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Call it a drink exchange.
Huh. So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment here.
Look, that's very good and very reasonable. And I'd love to have it set up in your vampire world that exists, but also once in a while, vampires being predators and taking what they want is sometimes the sexiest part of their entire existence. Isn't it?
Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
Yes.
Wait, kink room?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome. I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you.
How much do you want to see?
Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
Ach so, ein Vampir. I'm thinking we are all getting lucky then.
My neck scrubs with anticipation.
Dang. Guess I'm going to a kink room then.
Barely restrained, you say?
I knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be boring.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Not yet.
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into biting.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me with those?
That's the plan. Who's going first?
No foreplay? Come on, Sam. Kiss him.
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up.
It's a fucking mini game. That's so good. All right. Well, don't fuck it up.
Oh, das hat sich gut angefühlt.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Sure thing. Come on over.
Don't miss any of the collar. She'll make fun of you.
Dang it, that collar's in the way.
Fuck.
Or the challenge makes it more fun.
I swear you moved.
I didn't, Opa. I'm being a good girl.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't like that very much.
Dang, what's wrong with me?
Sam. I swear I'm
Nicht meine Arterien.
not my art.
Shucks, my aim's off tonight.
Jeez. Where am I supposed to be aiming? Maybe further up.
Ouch! Meine Arterien.
Dang it, let me try that again.
Holy shit.
Oh, shucks, I missed. It's a little dark.
Do you need me to guide you, Honigmörchen?
Is it the control? No. Do I need to also click in the right spot? Instead of...
Ouch!
Dang it, let me try that again.
Nicht mein...
Shucks, my aim's off tonight.
Oh, don't hit the artery at all. So, there.
Oh, I don't like...
Dang, what's wrong with me?
Ouch!
Dang it, let me try that
Oh,
again.
this is... Bite the veins.
Oh, I don't...
Dang, what's wrong
actually. I can't move it.
Oh, shucks, I missed. It's a little dark in here.
And when I use a controller, it doesn't bring up the
Do you
dialogue
need
at
me
all.
to guide you, Honigmäulchen?
Right above the collar.
Try again.
Yeah, I'll try to remember that.
And water under the collar.
Try again, Knut.
Yeah, I'll try to remember that.
Oh, Reinhardt. The hot old vampire wore me out.
So much more difficult than I expected.
Me too, Maxi. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
Reinhardt, mein Sucke Fledermaus. Ich bin so müde, sexy zu sein.
Why couldn't it be French?
Give us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
The pegging? The pegging? The pegging? The pegging? The pegging.
Oh, yeah, sure thing, fella. You can help me with my new laser printer.
Or that.
Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
I see you got your fill. Eventually, you fucking moron. In fact, get out. You're fired. You're the most fired you've ever been.
Yeah, I figure I can use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
You will be sleeping in my coffin tonight.
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin. I insist. You must be well rested for the challenges ahead.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh? I should get a good day's sleep.
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Guess it's one of them smart coffins.
Yeah, you gonna put a printer in it?
Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation. Not sure I should stay up watching movies, though. Well, ain't much else to do in here. I think it's about time I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
It'd be so funny if it, like, just played the entire Nosferatu because it's a public domain film. You're gonna watch the whole film. That doesn't sound like too difficult a mod to implement.
Samuel, good evening. I hope you slept well.
Whoa, whew, what a day. I made it to Andy's Club in Leipzig. Folks are real nice here. A couple of guys are real friendly. I got a darn tootin' bartending, and even a friendly greeter. He doesn't talk too much, but I can tell he's an introspective sort. Now, Andy, that's one hell of a vampire. He's just got this presence. You can tell 3,000, and that is freaky as heck, but it makes you feel at home. But naked. I don't know how else to describe it. And, I went to a kink room. Yeah. Sam Wall's kink room. My big brother would have gotten a kick out of that. And that one. I ain't gonna write about it here. Should get some sleep in this fancy coffin Andy lent me. Anyway.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night. Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Ah, hell. Guess we should
'Cause
just
he's
save it for
American.
therapy, huh? We gonna get started now?
If you like.
If you'd like.
Why not? I'm eager to get going.
That's a
Let's
decent
start.
question. Like, a therapist, counselor, whatever, will be able to say, like, if you like, and they say, no, not really. You say, okay, cool. Let's talk about someone else then. Easy.
Very well. Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time.
Me, I roll.
It ain't no way to live. When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
And why is that up to you?
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers. I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
Fucking take that.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is. When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
Control fallacy.
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
Very good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something.
Yeah, wow, okay.
Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients.
That's some good shit.
You will do what you can do, and that is enough. But I am eager to learn how you developed this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
Well, like I told you when I first emailed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire. When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed.
Labeling.
It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? That's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
Nice.
I am going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no-account piece of shit, nasty son of a bitch, dumbest thing. Do you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
With respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself? If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and for yourself.
Important words. Don't forget about it when you go to bed tonight. If any nasty labels about yourself come to light, you should, be kinder.
So, now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang. I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it.
Quakers.
They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with me.
Quakers.
They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before.
Stoners.
They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them. I think about them every day of my unlife. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more.
I don't know about that.
Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think. I walked in nature for about 90 years and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country. I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the Transcendentalists helped me.
Right? Well and truly the Transcendentalists. Okay. New England region of the United States. Alright. I'm also gonna pop that. If someone could pop that in Discord for me, I'd really appreciate it. That's pretty interesting. Oh, it's Ralph Waldo Emerson. Of course it is. Stuff you just don't know about. Anyway.
Why?
Why?
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator. Should statements are another cognitive distortion, something created
look at
by
that.
your own mind.
Fourth one.
Nature asks almost nothing of you.
What did Violet say? Oopsie, you said always. Rephrase, please. You can have very similar to what our good friend of the channel and just in general, Corey, he says all the time. Should. I don't know if should helps you at all with that one. And then he will catch you on it repeatedly. And you will go, that's irritating. But you're right. And man, he feels the same when we do it to him too. It's a very normal thing, especially with people who try to take on things, do things for others. Like when you try to be selfless in general, you're gonna fall into these ones a lot.
Even if your should comes
Nature
from a place of
asks
good,
almost
it
nothing from
creates
you.
undue pressure.
Yeah.
And what do we do once we are
Fuck,
pressured?
this is good.
We
So
resent the
good.
shoulds. We procrastinate. And as you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling?
Lux is having a minor breakdown. So good.
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should do?
Of course, there are things we must do, but nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise.
Let me give you an exercise.
Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement that is a distortion.
Okay,
I should
okay.
go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood. I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
The first one.
I should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases. Did you miss my should statement? I should go to the vampire.
That's the one. No one should go to a dentist. Goddamn.
Alright, I got that wrong. Fuck.
That is not true. We have to go to the dentist. Our teeth are important
Fuck.
to us. How long has it been since you've seen a dentist, Samuel?
No, not since the Civil War, and I'd rather keep it that way.
We'll talk about that in another. I should drink blood. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Right,
Saying
yeah, thank
should
you,
take
that's right.
Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You turn something you want to
You
do
want to do it to something you have to do. That's a good one. There you go. Luxy, you had it right.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Hold on. I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner. Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive, you find a way to negate it.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing. I spent the next 90 walking in the woods.
Dun dun dun.
I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either.
That's pretty good.
I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive.
Look at him. We got all 5. We're ready to go.
I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality with both its positive and negative aspects. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones.
Yeah, alright. Nice.
Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive deeds. I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive.
That's right, I think.
Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things. I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people. The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
Disqualify the positive.
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff you done.
Well done, Samuel. I believe the recognition
Host
of
it up.
distortion will
Led
serve
5
you well when you
cognitive
start to see
distortions.
clients tomorrow.
Nice.
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
I will, of course, be with you. You needn't worry. I can sense your instincts and will help you.
But tomorrow, I just don't feel ready yet.
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples. Would that be helpful to you?
Yes, because there's 4 minutes left in tonight's stream. Yeah, I think I could use the help.
Yeah, I think I could use the help.
Very well, Samuel. Let's try some examples. I will give you a statement, and you find the cognitive distortion in it.
Very good, Loxy. That is very, very baby behavior.
I am far sexier than movie vampires. Therefore, I should be a movie star. This should be an easy one, Samuel. The distortion I am displaying is I am
Oh.
far...
Oh, yeah, that's an easy one. That's a should statement right there. You're not insecure enough to be an actor anyway.
I thought it was black and white. Like, if...
Excellent, Samuel.
Okay.
Would you like another exercise? If I cannot consume high-quality blood, I might as well drink blood from Florida.
That's Nosferatu thinking, ain't it?
Correct, Samuel. That being said, I am sure there is still decent blood to drink in Florida, but I will bring a test kit anyway. Would you like another exercise?
Yeah, this is good.
I am an antediluvian old fart.
Labeling.
Well, that sounds like labeling to me. You ain't just an old fart. Are you actually older than the flood, though?
3,000
Do I
years.
look that old?
No.
Oh, not at all. I was just...
I am joking, Samuel. Don't worry. The myth of the flood was at least 1,000 years before I was born. Would you like another exercise?
All right, one more.
With my terrifying powers, I know I shall never be destroyed.
That's
I think
control.
that's a control fallacy. Unless you know something I don't.
That's correct, Samuel. Though my powers are indeed phenomenal, the universe holds mysteries and dangers I cannot fathom. Would you
Nice.
like another exercise?
No, I think we're good.
I think I'm good.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get the liter inside you. We have a big night tomorrow.
Whole liter, man.
How much is a liter?
Just get enough to drink, Samuel. We will not be able to work if you are hungry or tired. Now, please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight. I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. An-
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. This is so good. This is golden. Holy shit. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. We are tweeting at the developers. As long as the VOD on Twitch clearly separates them. Otherwise, we're waiting for the
Samuel, glad to see you.
waiting for the YouTube version.
Your first client is on his way.
Oh my god.
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this? These are people's brains I'm messing with.
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. To be so young and have so much empathy is quite a gift. All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself to you.
Shucks, wish I had your confidence.
Well, to a limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back on the right path.
Yeah, right.
You can see the future.
It's not that impressive, really. You start to see the patterns after 1,000 years or so.
Disqualifying the positive.
Well, dang. If seeing the future ain't impressive, that's gotta be a distortion. Disqualifying the positive, it's gotta be.
You barely require my aid as it is.
Just lobbing them across the plate at us. Alright, good work, everybody. Holy shit. Fucking top notch, right? Looking forward to doing more of this sometime soon. We'll do more soon. Absolutely, but you should just like... Terrible lead programmer. Historical consultant. Cast. Cyrus Namadi for Sam, Maxi, Dr. Drain, Edmund Burt. No. Sonata number 1 in G minor. Dance with the Bats. Public domain. Alright, beautiful. Good work, everybody. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. They specifically called out, like, oh, look at that, we need a new banner. They specifically called out in Berlin, they have game grants, so that's pretty funny. Nice shooting. Get 10 distortions correct in a row. Master of the mind. Got 20 distortions correct in a row. Anyway, Neat. Okay, cool. Well done, everybody. I think we have finished tonight. It is 10:02. Thank you for joining us. I'm looking forward for more Vampire Therapist. This Wednesday is not a Kingdom Hearts stream as much as I'd like it to be. What do I do on the other Wednesdays? Chaos Wheel. Chaos Wheel. Okay, we either do Chaos Wheel or we continue with Vampire Therapist. I'm not sure yet. I will let you know on the day. Otherwise, please keep having a great day. Type in exclamation mark class to get added to our Discord server if you get a message from Streamlabs. Come hang out. Talk to us about cool therapy and counseling ideas. I'll share some of my assignments. Who knows? Or my textbooks if there's an interesting thing. Otherwise, I'm going to go eat curry and then do the dishes and then go sleep. All right. Kind details, everybody. Identified as cognitive distortions. Fix your brain. Not because it's broken, just because you deserve better. Remember, tell people you love that you love them very much. Good night, everyone.